it's Charlie, welcome to the lesson. Today we're going to be looking at power chords. I'm going to explain what they are, where they come from, why they're useful, and why you should probably be learning your notes across your 5th and 6th strings to use them. So a power chord is pretty much the ultimate rhythm guitar tool if you're playing any sort of rock guitar. To be honest, any sort of guitar, it's a hugely useful thing. A power chord is a movable shape, alright? So I'm going to show you the first shape here at 3rd fret on your 6th string. Okay, now you do it by pressing down with your first finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, then your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and an optional, you can put your little finger beneath that on the 5th fret of the 4th string, alright? So we have this. So that is a movable shape, and power chords are often called 5 chords. So this is a G power chord, it's often called a G5 because you've got the root, which is the G, and the 5th of the scale in there. So if you've learnt your major scale shapes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the 5th degree of the scale, 1 and 5. I've doubled it up by putting the octave underneath it, which is the 8th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? And that is a power chord shape there. Now either are accepted as power chords, it's just that that shape is a little bit fatter, and it gives it a little bit more punch really. Now that shape is movable, as I said, and we can also move that downwards. I often think of it that way. So I'm going to move it down to the 5th string, okay? So you quite literally move everything down towards the floor. I now have first finger on my 3rd fret of my 5th string, my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string, and my little finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. And that is a C5 or C power chord. Okay, and all I've done is move from here downwards. And now, alternatively, I could play G to C, G power chord to C power chord like this: G, C. But I've decided to move a lot more locally like that, and that's really useful depending on what song you're playing. You're not having to move around as much. Now, you could use this in many different ways. One of the cool things to try, if you know a riff, you might have heard. If you don't know that riff, then you really should learn it. So this is called Smoke on the Water, and I'm just taking it across the 6th string, and it literally goes 0, 3, 5, and then 0, 3, 6, 5. And if I turn it into power chords, it really fattens it up. Makes it sound cooler, basically. So all I'm doing there is taking the root note of each note. So the first one's an E. I'm going to explain E power chords, and the second one's a G, then an A, and I'm just turning them all into power chord shapes. Now, a quick note about your open power chords, okay? I want you to think of this part of your guitar as kind of 0 fret. So when I'm playing E, that's kind of like I'm playing the 0 fret here. Now, to play the power chord shape, you're then going to put a 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, okay? And that gives you your E power chord shape. And if you move that downwards, your 3rd finger, and play 5th and 4th string, you're now playing an A power chord shape. So there you have your open power chord shapes there, okay, depending on what you're playing. Now, I'm going to finish just by explaining why I think it's really important to learn the names of the root notes up to, well, across the whole neck, but let's just start with 3, 5, and 7. I know this is a G note, therefore if I take my power chord shape and play it there, it's a G power chord. I know this 5th fret is an A note, that's an A power chord. I know this 7th fret is a B note, that's a B power chord. Okay, I've instantly got 3 notes, 3 power chords that I know the names of that I can move to. The same applies when we move down to the 5th string, where I've got C at 3rd fret, D at 5th fret, and E at 7th fret, okay? So I would learn completely off by heart the G, A and B on your 6th string, and the location of the C, D and E on your 5th string. That instantly opens up 6 power chord shapes. I would try and test yourself with it, whether you can get someone else to test you. If you can be bothered, just literally say the name, see how quickly you can find it. C, D, A, B, G, C, G, A. See how quickly you can move between those shapes. It's really useful depending on what you're playing, and you can find them in all kinds of music. So in summary, get your power chord shape down, make sure that's comfortable. Really quickly, just finish by saying you should always make sure you've tried and got the thumb about the middle of the neck there, okay? And that you don't have it creeping over the top of the neck like that. You keep it down below here, and you use the pressure to squeeze equally so you get equal pressure, so the power chord sounds, all right? So learn your power chord shape, move it around, learn the root notes across the 5th and 6th string, and get experimenting with some power chord songs and riffs. All right, guys, really enjoyed it. Happy Christmas to you, and I'll see you all soon.